in Teacher Jessa. Before anything else, let's have our opening prayer. Afterwards, I will be introducing the classroom rules. So, here is the classroom rules. Treat others with respect at all times. Listen to the teacher when he or she speaks. Ask for help when you need it. Be prepared every day. Listen and follow directions. And lastly, raise your hands before speaking or leaving your seat. So, are you ready to learn something new today? Well, it's good to know. So before anything else, let's play a game. Are you guys excited? So are you ready? Here's the mechanics of the games. Our game for today entitled Word Games. So this is the instruction. We have part 1, part 2, and part 3. Part 1 is fill in the blank. Part 2 is fill in the blank also. And lastly, we have part 3, the word scramble. Thank you class for participating and congratulations to the winners! Let's now move on to our discussion proper. So our topic for today is all about verb. Have you guys heard the word verb? Or do you have any idea what is a verb? So let's find out. Before anything else, let's meet our objectives. So at the end of the 2-hour discussion, 90% of the students are expected to define and identify what is a verb, understand and comprehend the basic types of verb, appreciate the function of a verb, identify the verb used in a sentence, then apply verb through a role play. Are you confident that we can achieve this? Let's go. So are you ready? Lend your ears, widen your eyes, stretch your body because we will tackle another topic. So here is an example of verbs. Someone is eating, sitting, walking, or living. So these are some examples of action words or verb. So what is verb? Verb is a part of speech that describes an action, occurrence, or state of being. It is a word that conveys what someone or something is doing, experiencing, or existing. Verbs are essential for constructing meaningful sentence and conveying a clear message. So along with nouns, verbs are the main part of the sentence or phrase, telling a story about what is taking place. In fact, without a verb, full thoughts can't be properly conveyed in even the simplest sentence. So, what is the significant verb? So verbs are like the engine of a sentence. They drive the action. Without verbs, sentences would be stuck in neutral. Verbs gives life and movement to language. It allows us to express actions, states, or occurrences. So they are the dynamic elements that keeps communication from being a static collection of words. So it goes places. So you guys want to know more about verbs? Let's find out. So verbs has 3 basic types. We have the action verb, linking verbs, and auxiliary verbs. Yes. So let's first tackle about action verbs. So action verbs express action by describing the behavior of a person, place, or thing. They may describe physical or mental action. So to identify a word as an action verb, we should ask yourself, does this word express something I can do? So yes, that is action verb. Next, we have linking verbs. So linking verb link the subject or noun phrase of the sentence with the rest of the sentence. So many linking verbs are forms of to be. Linking verbs connect the subject to its definition. So yes, from the words link, yes, that's a linking verb. We have lastly the auxiliary verb, which are sometimes called the helping verbs. Act as a helper to other verbs. They appear in front of action verbs and linking verbs. So we should always remember that auxiliary verbs are the helping verbs. Act as the helper to other verbs. So to know if it is auxiliary, linking, or action, we should always simply look to see whether an action verb immediately follows the to-be verb. So also, the action verb immediately follows the to-be verb. So know that to be verb in this case in an auxiliary verbs because it is helping out the action verb wearing. So verb was very important. And yes, those are the basic type of verbs. Do you have any questions? So to conclude, to sum up everything, verbs are like the origins of sentences. So providing the action forward. So action verb brings energy and movement. So this is once again the verb, and it also have these three basic types. So together, these types of verbs create a dynamic dance in the world of language. And yes, verb is fun and important, right? So let's have a quick recap. So verb is a part of speech that describes an action, occurrence, or state of being. So verb has three types. Once again, it's action verb, linking verb, and auxiliary verb. So that's end our discussion, and I hope you guys learned something new today. So do you have any questions? Because we will proceed to our activity. So we have test 1 and test 2. You will going to write it in one whole sheet of paper. So test 1 is essay type. Test 2 is underline and identify the type of verb in each sentence. So for your assignment, you will going to create a group maximum of 5 member. Then you should prepare a role play that is all about verb. Include the types of it. So make it creative, and as long as it shows a verb, you will perform it next meeting. So good luck, class. So that's all for today. Thank you for listening and participating. Hope you learned something new. God bless.